hall. She's coming into the studio. She's gonna sit down. We'll talk to us all.
Don't that rhymes.
Turn this music off.
I think we
Stop
got
it. Don't be an idiot.
today.
Good. It's
Not the happy
It's
one.
good rhyming.
I know. Well,
Really good.
I want to do that. Hi,
Carrie.
How are you? Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, everyone. Welcome
We're
to the Opie and
good.
Anthony Show.
We're good.
Thank
It's
you.
very early in the morning.
We didn't know. We knew that your publicist had arrived. We didn't know you were here. So
Yeah, we
I apologize. We never
apologize.
had
It's
you
all
waiting.
right. I was reading
Were
this
you?
shit.
Oh, the
Post.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Post is
Yeah.
is a big pile of shit.
I
It
got-
is true.
Well, we all saw Wishful Drinking. That's going to be on HBO Sunday night at 9 o'clock. And we all loved it. Look
Yeah.
at
All
that.
saw it where?
We
have copies.
We're a big
Oh, they
show. We
just
get
say-
copies ahead of
Yeah,
time.
we're good like that. And then they explode after we take them out, so we
That's
can't
good. 'cause
upload
I
them or
wouldn't want
anything.
anyone else to see it.
No. I didn't even invite anybody over to watch it with
Good,
me.
'cause
I didn't
it's
want
a
them to know.
huge secret.
That's it. I know. And that bootlegging thing. You don't want to do that.
No.
Well, I want to, but I don't want other people to.
I sold
Yeah.
my copy to the Asians down in Chinatown.
Oh,
so
you
I'm
know what's
good.
gonna happen
I got,
there.
I got a nice
Good.
payday. So
I'm sure you
They're making
did,
copies
'cause
as
of all
we
the
speak.
nude scenes in it.
What was this? One was amazing to me because it was like it's a one-person show and it was kind of like almost stand-up because it was audience interaction. But I love the fact that you had your shoes off. There was something so comfortable looking.
well, the rugs look comfortable.
But it really looked like everyone tries to capture this vibe when they do a one-person show where they want you to feel like you're in their living room, and it really did feel that way.
I actually wanted to serve, like Doritos and dip and stuff like that, but they wouldn't let me
Why?
because they said that someone would be able to, claim that they were poisoned.
Sue
by
you
it.
and oh god.
Oh, it's getting
Swear.
ridiculous.
Things are only fun when lawyers get involved.
Yeah,
by the way,
we love the lawyer.
they know
Exactly.
fun and funny and creative.
They
You
actually
always have
invented
to-
it.
Yeah, you always have to go filter everything through them first to really wring out anything spontaneous and fun.
Well, I wasn't allowed to do that. I used to think about it. I think about what if it was packaged food?
Yeah.
What about kosher?
Someone chokes and you're done.
So
That's
stupid.
You're
it.
just done. To see Carrie just
Well,
run
they're
out into
done
the
too
crowd,
if
giving a
they
Heimlich
choke, yeah.
maneuver. It's
Yeah.
like, she's a hero. Now I'm going to sue her.
Now, Jimmy said how it looked very comfortable, like, we were watching you in your living room. The other
Yeah.
thing I loved about it was your honesty. No one is honest like that.
They aren't.
Not
No.
not on your level,
Not on
Carrie
my level.
Fisher. Not on your level. A lot of people kind of want to protect their image and this and that.
Well,
and,
my
and-
image was shot anyway.
That's
though. It
true.
wasn't like I'm telling people things that no one knew that before.
but you give insight. Like it starts. I don't want to give everything away, but it starts where you tell the audience that you found a guy dead in your bed.
Yep.
Who admits that?
Well, it was in the paper though.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
you
not
did-
everyone
I'll
reads
tell
the
you
paper.
something.
More people now know that there was a dead guy in Carrie Fisher's bed. I didn't know until I watched this thing that's going to be on HBO
Well,
Sunday,
that's
9
what
o'clock.
happens when you get in bed with me. No, he. At this point, it was in the paper and it was inaccurately reported. But I couldn't talk about that for years.
I guess.
And there is a part of me that goes, "You want to hear something really awful?" That sort of, But I tell people they can ask me questions about it, and they don't think I'm serious.
Right. How's it like to find someone dead in your bed?
Fabulous.
It sounds
It's fantastic, just as you would assume. It is just, what you're thinking at the time is how great that he felt relaxed enough that he could die in bed with me. Because that really says something about my hospitality.
Yes, certainly.
I've slept with enough women who I thought were.
Was he?
And they probably wished you were.
Yeah.
Was he a boyfriend of?
He was gay, so yes, he was a boyfriend. He was a gay Republican. And I believe being
He
a
was the
Republican
guy.
had something to do with his death. Yes.
Yeah,
Remember, that's
a
what
lot
I
of
say about
stress.
him.
Yes.
For a gay guy to be a Republican, a lot of
I don't know. He didn't seem to bother him. I have also probably because he did a lot of drugs.
That could be it.
Was it a
too.
drug thing, or
That
was
could
he?
help and reconcile.
Or was he sick?
No. He
with the hip.
he was someone who abused. How do you not abuse drugs, though? But anyway,
You can't just
I'll
use
think
them.
about them that
have to
later.
abuse them.
The word use is an abuse. So
Yeah.
anything there?
If you're using it, aren't you abusing it?
No, I am, but I don't know about other people.
I mean, if you're just using them.
He died of sleep apnea.
Oh,
get
like
Big A
our
back
own
in here.
era.
Coupled with OxyContin use.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Definitely a big addition.
But listen,
You think that's a bad combo, Jimmy?
Yeah.
OxyContin is not a great combo.
Did you ever
With
do it?
anything.
I never did.
Oh,
I
God,
quit.
yeah.
I quit getting high years ago before OxyContin. I missed out on that.
You missed some great drugs.
I really
I
did.
got out, but I got back in just to try the
Just for
OxyContin.
that. I heard so many good things about it.
Great
Had to
stuff.
delve right back
Most
in
of the people that, are raving are dead. But still.
Yeah, true.
No, but he took 3. It wasn't like he could have overdosed. If you did separate the, I found him, as it were. I'm right next to him.
Wow.
It's not like I come across him. I found him laying on his back. He'd drown. What do they call that? Aspirated.
Wow.
Blah, blah, blah. But he had not taken enough of that drug to kill someone. He'd taken 3. Now, when I was taking them, come on, that was like for starters.
3.
Yeah. Were you really doing
Fistfuls.
coke too when you were she was doing coke when she was doing Star Wars? Were you getting high back then, or was it just did your thing really kick in later?
But no, it kicked in. I mean, I was in my 20s then. When are they going to kick in now? I go to my AARP meetings, loaded for bear. No, I had a friend of mine that was working on the. We did snort coke a little bit on the ice planet Hoth.
You really couldn't see it much there. You could hide it. Yes, you could hide it much better.
No, but I mean, it wasn't like we were stumbling around, our outer space set spaced out. But, there were a couple of days. I was 22.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was
There's
the
a lot of
70s.
downtime and
It's the 70s.
No,
Everyone's
and I was an idiot. There's like a great combination.
Well, that leads me to the next thing. This show, I'm telling you, huge thumbs up. Sunday 9 p.m. on HBO. It's called Wishful.
It was very funny.
Drinking with Carrie Fisher. She's hilarious and very open. You talk about your Star Wars experience, and I get the feeling you're not a big fan of Mr. Lucas.
I'm a huge fan of his. They have to. No,
like he owns your.
He does own my likeness, and I don't like that. But
you don't like that part of it. That's why I wanted to ask you about it because I got the feeling that it might have gone deeper than that, but you're saying no.
No, I mean and by the way, I think he sold the brand now to someone else because when we had to call and say, will you give us permission to do the jump to hyperspace or whatever the hell we had to ask him, he said, oh, you'll have to ask Jim Hagedorn.
Somebody else owns that now?
Yeah, so he doesn't have to deal with me anymore.
Oh, great.
Were you calling him a lot?
Yeah, I've been plaguing him pelting him with calls. No, not at all.
I saw with the trailer thing that Sam was just showing, there's the Star Wars lettering and, special presentation.
Well, yeah, so they got that.
So did you have to
I had to sleep with him in order to get the permission. But I just mean literally sleep. Because at my age, you're tired.
Well, speaking of the likeness, everything came out with your likeness, and you kind of.
And that's annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, in a good way. I like having the stuff around. The shampoo bottle twist off my head.
That is a little odd.
Pour liquid out of my neck. And George actually gave me. There was another one that came out. This one that's seated. You see it in the show. Mm-hmm. And I was at one of those comic book conventions because I'd been lonely and I wanted to hang out.
Meet some cool guys.
Exactly.
Cool
guys. Really appreciate me for what I am, or who. And there was this thing on a turnstile, and it turned around. You could really see directly up the dress of the doll to the Lagoon of Mystery. Yeah.
Really?
And it had a badge.
I went. Well, I mean, it's not like with a V account and everything, but, it was too close for comfort. And so I went and got my daughter, because, you want to make her proud. And I was like, come here, you have to see this. By that time, they'd stopped the turnstile. So I did call George then and say, owning my likeness doesn't include. But, so he sent me one of those dolls where you could take the top off. So I have my own. Princess Leia
Wow,
doll.
The fuck doll?
With
doll.
areolas.
Wow.
Everything.
Amazing.
That was
Oh,
one of my favorite
interesting.
parts of the show is when you go, thank God there's not a fuck doll. And the doll starts. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
There
really.
was a sex doll.
Yeah.
With
Really
They
fun.
literally, and it's an $800 doll
Yeah.
that is cement. That's
Oh, God.
erotic, isn't it?
Very erotic, yes.
Just
And
hump its leg or something.
one other thing, I love that you don't take yourself seriously in the Star Wars movies we all love, obviously, and your friends beat you up because of the accent.
Oh
You
my
went in
God.
and out of the
Isn't
English
that-
accent, which
yeah.
I never even noticed until you
I
pointed
didn't
that
either.
out.
That was just like the start, though, right?
Well,
Wasn't that
but
the first
you
few
guys,
scenes?
like, this would be if you were.
But
my
our
friend-
friends would be like, holy shit, you're in Star Wars, but you have friends
Oh,
that have
no.
to beat you up about it.
Yes,
That's the difference, I'm thinking.
your friends would beat you up about
yeah, probably.
this. They
You're probably
would.
right. You're probably
No,
right.
but it was also.
I smelt your foul stench when you
You
came when I came aboard.
I thought I recognized
I
your.
recognized your foul stench.
And but you know what? The first thing I shot was the scene with Peter Cushing, where it was Governor
Yeah.
talking. It
Yeah,
was that
that
first scene. So I started to do it. I came in and went, it's literally. I wanted to do it like, hey, Governor Tarkin. I got on board this ship and I thought, what the hell is that smell? It's got to be Governor Tarkin. So George takes me aside and says, this is really, really serious shit. You're very serious. You're very upset. They're going to blow up your planet. Really, like. So I had to do it straight. So you say that line, Governor Tarkin. I thought.
Yes.
You can do it. You
I
can
thought
do
I
it.
recognized your foul
Yes.
stench when
Governor
I
Tarkin,
arrived.
I thought I recognized your foul stench when I came aboard.
Okay, now say it without it.
Hey, Governor Tarkin, I thought I recognized
Yeah.
your foul stench when I came aboard.
I probably.
See, I'm an actor. They're not actors.
Okay,
Jimmy, do
you
it.
go.
Governor Tarkin, I thought I recognized your foul stench. And you came on board.
Mr.
Yeah,
Fabric.
exactly. It makes you want to fuck with the dialogue.
Yeah, a little
It
bit.
really does.
Yeah.
A little bit. Was there a I've seen the movie a couple of times. I'm a little familiar with it. When you're in the cell and that door opens, and of course Luke is there in his little stormtrooper suit.
Yeah.
Is that what you're wearing? A little see-through? Do we
Oh.
actually see
Well,
a
I
little
don't
nip?
wear anything underneath.
And she
I think
explains
at-
that, too.
At one point,
Yeah,
the
I
light
do
hits
talk
it.
about their.
I think we see a little nip.
No,
through
here's
the-
where to
through the
look
top.
for no bra. Right at the end.
Here's where
It's
to
going to
look.
help out every nerd.
Every nerd.
This will make all the
But at the
sites.
end of when Luke comes back and R2's all blown up and he's been in his big fight, and I come underneath the thing and I say it really badly and it's horrible acting and I hated saying this line at the time. I knew you weren't in it for the money. Okay, whatever leads up to that is bouncing breasts. And it looks really stupid. It sounds stupid, but there you go.
How
That's the nerd shot right there.
How-
If you
could
want to
you-
look for
That's the-
bouncing Leia breasts,
Could you tell the audience what Lucas said to you about...
there's no underwear in space. But then, by the
actually, I had
way,
to sit
I
down
used
and
to
tell
have it.
Carrie Fisher
He
that.
explained it. He said, when you go into space, you become weightless, right? Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So far, so good.
Sure.
But then your body expands, but your bra doesn't. So you get strangled by your bra.
Did
So you
he
figure
use
they
this as
could-
a kid? in
This was
school?
the logic. When
George
I
Lucas
think
was a
when
dirty
I went
boy.
back to him
Yes.
and said, you did say that to me.
Because they could build a Death Star, but they can't build a bra that stretches with your tits in space.
I always have been saying they should have had a Princess Leia planet. Like one of the planets we could go get our hair done.
Right.
I mean, fuck, I can't put, that hairstyle every morning. Come on.
That
Very
is
funny
so
when you put that on, by the way, during
iconic.
the show.
Yes.
You
Oh
put
my
on
God.
the hair wig and just kind of.
Flattering, isn't it?
Yes, but you have a great sense of humor about it. Like a lot of people take their roles
Very
too seriously,
right.
and you're like, you fuck with it and have fun with it.
But how could you take Princess Leia thing?
I know
mean,
the Danishes,
it was
they call
fun
them.
to do, and we had a really good time doing the movie. And I was a girl in an all-male fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I was a kid.
What's the question you get the most as far as Star Wars goes?
Did you
So we don't
know
say
it
it.
was going to be that big of a hit?
Yeah,
Okay, thank
sure.
God. everyone
Uh-huh.
asked that.
Yeah, I did. I had a
Yeah.
crystal ball,
Just
and I used to sit
knew.
around.
Then you knew
No.
sequels were coming. You knew years later there'd be
Everything.
prequels.
Yeah,
Everything.
I knew that I could
remember
see
you
the
saying that.
merchandising.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
psychic.
How? What's the worst? 'Cause I know fans probably ask you you're one of those iconic figures. Sign.
Yeah.
What's the most annoying place someone has fucking stuck
they
something on your face?
Well, people have asked me to sign their flesh so they can have it tattooed.
Wow.